Here we are.
Kill me.
This organization, do you know what it's called?
Its name is Spectre.
Look around you, James. Everything you believed in, a ruin. Why did you come? I came here to kill you. And I thought you came here to die. Well, it's all a matter of perspective.
Okay, first of all, let's talk about James Bond. He's a womanizer. He's very slick. He's calculative. He's careful. Well, he used to be careful, right? He's of course handsome. You know, he's getting old. You can tell. Daniel Craig is getting old, but he's still the same womanizer that James Bond has always been.
Yes, as Daniel Craig ages, he has no issues with having sex with women who are 10 years younger or 10 years older than him.
But I mean, Daniel Craig, obviously, he still does a lot of crazy stunts in this movie. I don't think he's as, classy anymore. He's more like an all-out, just kind of like a brute, just going out and getting what he wants. Like, he literally walks into the enemy base with no planning, and he says, "I'm going to kill you," and that's it.
And he brings
a woman with him, and there was no planning.
Very sensually.
Dressed very sensually, in a blue dress, which wasn't explained at all. Like, for some reason, she just had to wear
2 Christoph Waltz.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the story. Okay, well, the story was kind of confusing. It was very convoluted, and it didn't really have a direction.
The action sucked.
Well, the action, I think the action was what it was. I mean, like, I wasn't expecting much. It was a bunch of fist fights, a few car chase
You weren't
scenes.
expecting much for a $300 million film.
No, of course not. It's Spectre. I wasn't expecting like a revolutionary old boy hallway fight scene or like a new Crouching Tiger.
That wasn't even it at all. The action itself is just really generic. I mean, the film opens with this uncut shot in Mexico City during Day of the Dead, and it's really interesting, and it sets up like, oh, something cool is going to happen.
Yeah.
And all that happens really is just a very generic, overly shaky, I'm not Roger Deakins helicopter fight scene.
Yeah, it was very generic, but I mean, personally, I thought it was cool. It wasn't cool in the sense that it was new or original, or like it didn't advance the plot. It didn't do anything for the character. But they were fighting. It's James Bond. It's pretty much what you expect. Okay, let's talk about Bautista.
You would defend.
All right, let's talk about Bautista. So he's a pro wrestler. He played Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy, and he also shows up in the film Spectre. And without giving anything away, he's basically like a big hunk guy who kills people easily.
Except he does.
Yeah, he doesn't really.
Friend of all children, Dave Bautista.
One thing they do try to do in this movie, well, they try to do it, is they try to put Bond away from that really shallow relationship with every woman, and they try to build some connection, I would guess, with the female character in this movie. And in every single 007 movie, it's usually like some really, beautiful woman who falls in love with James Bond and usually dies. But the thing is, it doesn't really make sense, because in this movie, the woman basically says, like, stuff happens, and then she suddenly confesses her love to him. And there was no foundation on this love. It was just sex. So the women in this film are so like they're just tossed and used like a rag. It's kind of disgusting.
She even kind of dresses like a rag.
She even dresses like a rag. And they're not independent. They're not strong. They're just there, and they get saved. Literally, she gets saved. It's very disappointing in that aspect. There's a scene in the movie where someone gets tortured with needles, and it's as violent as PG-13 can get.
It was something completely unnecessary to get you to feel something for the extremely bland and characterless James Bond in this film, who literally lives to kill men and then have sex with their daughters immediately after.
Spoiler. Isn't that just good enough? I mean, I don't want James Bond to be some, three-dimensional character. Obviously, he's not a good character, but all I really care about is just to watch some really cool guy do some really cool stuff. I'm not really expecting, a masterpiece of a story.
You completely reject what Casino Royale tried to do.
Casino Royale was better, and I had high expectations for Casino Royale, but really, honestly, I mean, even if they do try to change the character of James Bond to not, really he's just the guy in a suit who looks cool, drinks a lot of martinis, or very few in this movie, and, is a lady killer, and, that's what he is. That's what people expect when they see the movie.
I give it an Octopussy out of 10.